breach, raising fears of further escalation across the Middle East. Israel's Iron Dome crumbles, Bibi confesses to US. Iran's cluster warheads drain Israel's missile killers dry. Israel informed the US this week that it is running critically low on ballistic missile interceptors as Iran's relentless attacks overwhelm defenses. This was reported by Semaphore, which cited unnamed U.S. officials as its source. The U.S. has been aware of Israel's low capacity for months, as per the report, which further cited one U.S. official as saying, and I quote, "It's something we expected and anticipated." Israel had reportedly entered the current war already low on interceptors that were fired last summer's conflict with Iran. Now, the long-range defense system has strained under Iran's attacks. The situation has worsened for Israel following Iran's decision to add cluster munitions to its already deadly missiles, as reported by CNN earlier. This is likely to exacerbate the depletion of Israel's stock of missile killers. Most of Iran's ballistic missiles carry about 24 bomblets, but one of its weapons, the Khorram Shar, can be equipped with up to 80, according to experts. The Semaphore report doesn't confirm if the U.S. might seek to sell or share any of its own interceptors with Israel, which would pose its own strain on domestic supplies amid America's ongoing war with Iran. This was highlighted by another unnamed U.S. official in a statement to Semaphore. The official said, and I quote, "We have all that we need to protect our bases and our personnel in the region and our interests. Israel is coming up with solutions to address their shortage." Tehran has been retaliating to U.S. and Israeli attacks on its territory by firing missiles and drones on regional American bases and across Tel Aviv. The Semaphore report came as U.S. President Donald Trump said earlier this month that Washington has a virtually unlimited munitions stockpile. Meanwhile, reacting to the report, White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt said that U.S. stockpiles are more than enough to achieve Trump's goals against Iran and beyond. Israel has other ways to defend against Iranian missiles during the war, including via fighter jets, but the interceptors are among the most effective defensive weapons against long-range fire. While Israelis are relatively well protected by early warnings that precede ballistic missile attacks and widely accessible bomb shelters, one bomblet still killed 2 people on the outskirts of Tel Aviv last week, and many others have been injured. An Israeli military official told CNN that about half of all ballistic missiles fired at Israel during this war have been equipped with cluster munitions. The munitions represent a significant new challenge for Israel's air defenses, which have successfully intercepted most ballistic missiles, but struggled to stop the bomblets due to their small size and the relatively little time to intercept. Meanwhile, on March 14th, Israel's defense minister said the conflict with Iran is reaching a turning point, describing the situation as a decisive moment for the country's leadership.
The global and regional confrontation with Iran, which is being spearheaded by United States President Donald Trump, and Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, is now escalating significantly and entering the decisive stage that will persist for as long as it is required. I commend President Trump for the severe blow the U.S. military dealt tonight to Iranian oil facilities. This is the fitting response to the mining in Hormuz and the extortion attempts by the Iranian terror regime. The Israeli Air Force also continues its powerful wave of attacks in Tehran and throughout Iran. Iran is employing regional and global terror and blackmail in an attempt to deter Israel and the United States from continuing the ongoing campaign, but it will be met with strong, unyielding, and uncompromising steel-like resolve. We are now entering the decisive final stretch in the struggle. It's between the regime's desperate attempts to survive, causing ever-increasing suffering to the Iranian people, and its ultimate surrender. Only the Iranian people can put an end to this through a determined struggle to overthrow the terror regime and save Iran.
As Israel's interceptor crisis deepens amid Iran's ballistic onslaught, observers ask how long Netanyahu's defense stocks will hold.